What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 9. The Hostess with the Least-est is the name of the episode. And before we get into the review, I do want to say a quick thank you and a welcome to everyone who has recently subscribed to the channel. Thank you guys so much. Continue, you guys, to like the video, leave your comment, continue to like the videos, you guys. Continue to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell button so you guys are aware of when I drop any videos. We are nearing 1,000, so keep sharing the videos, keep subscribing to the channel. If I'm entertaining you guys, I really hope I'm entertaining you guys. I really hope so. But without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, you guys, so this episode, it picks up where the last episode left off 2 weeks ago. You guys remember, Kenya and Marlo were having a discussion at the table about Marlo's room. I honestly still don't care any less than I did then. I don't know why Marlo feels that she should have gotten one of the great rooms in the house. Because number one, she's not a full-time cast member. Number two, this is a trip that Kenya is hosting, so why would you expect a nice room from Kenya? Now, the one thing that I will say, though, that is a little bit interesting to me is the fact that LaToya got such a nice room and she's a friend of the housewife, but that's neither here nor there. But like I said, Kenya and Marlo were talking. I don't understand what world Marlo lives in for her to think that Kenya is going to forget. I mean, the comments about her mother. Am I the biggest Kenya fan? No. But I would never say anything disgusting about her mother. That's low blow. So they end that conversation, and Cynthia talks to, jumps in, and she's like, "Can you guys at least be civil with one another?" I'm like, exactly. But we do know that at some point in this season, Kenya and Marlo are going to make up with each other, which for the life of me, like I said, I just don't get it. Again, not a big Kenya fan, but Kenya hasn't bothered me this season so far. But not a big Kenya fan, and I'm just like, she talked about your mom. I would never be able to forgive somebody for saying some stuff like that. So no. So after that's over, they ask Kenya what's the plan for the rest of the night. She's like, "We're gonna go upstairs, we're gonna get in our pajamas, and we're gonna go to bed." I'm like, huh? At 9 o'clock at night? Girl, we got out. I mean, we still got a lot of time left. It ain't bedtime yet, but whatever. So Portia's like, "Okay, how about we play charades?" So everybody's like, "Okay, cool. We're going to go upstairs, get in our pajamas, come back downstairs, and we'll play charades." So suffice it to say, all the ladies do come back downstairs with the exception of Kenya because they brought Brooklyn, the nanny brought Brooklyn back. Now with this one, I don't know how. This episode, I really don't know how I feel or where I stand on this subject. I don't know where I stand, and that's interesting for me to say I don't know where I stand. So Candy did go upstairs to where Kenya was, and I didn't understand what. Now this is where I was kind of confused. Why did Kenya get upset about the fact that the cameras were behind Candy? And Candy was like, "Well, when I came up here, I was by myself, but they followed me, so I didn't know." So then Candy says, "Well, we are downstairs, so are you gonna come back down or not?" And Kenya tells her no, she's not gonna come back down because Brooklyn is asleep. What I will say, however, it was rude for her to just close her door in Candy's face. That I did think was rude. Like I said, I really don't know where I stand with this. I'm probably gonna say it throughout the whole entire episode. Because on one end, I guess I can play devil's advocate, I guess. On one end, I do understand where the ladies are coming from, and I do understand where Kenya is coming from. So that's what we'll do when it comes to the situations that I don't know how I feel. I'll play devil's advocate. Kenya. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for Kenya. So Brooklyn is back at the house. The nanny is not there. But it's 9 o'clock at night, so it's past Brooklyn's bedtime. So Brooklyn should be asleep. But I get Kenya not want, with her being asleep upstairs, not wanting to leave her child alone. So I do get that. Now, as far as the other ladies are concerned, I get their point too. This is your trip, you're hosting it, but then you dipping out on us and you're not even saying, hey, my child is here. Let me go up. You guys do whatever you're gonna do, have fun, and we'll link up in the morning and have fun. So I guess I can see all sides of the spectrum of the coin. Kenya's daughter's with her, but then the ladies are looking at her as she's a terrible host on the trip. Okay, so yeah, so that's what we'll do. So that's what I'll do is I'll play devil's advocate in a sense when it comes to the subjects that I just don't understand, not understand. I don't know I don't know where I stand with it. So let's move on. All right, you guys. So the next day we see all the ladies talking to their people back home. Candy is talking to the nanny. She's talking to Ace. Blaze was asleep. Drew was talking to Ralph about the house. I wasn't listening to that conversation. That's no shade to Drew. I just wasn't listening to that conversation, so I don't know what was being said. Cynthia was talking to Mike. Wasn't paying a bit of attention to that one either. So then, while Cynthia's outside on the phone with Mike, Kenya pulls all the ladies to the side so that they can have a conversation. So Candy tells them that, so tonight we're going to have a surprise bachelorette party for Cynthia. Oh, I hope y'all didn't see that spit. So yeah, and it's going to be dungeons. It's going to be dungeon style. So I have brought, outfits for everybody to wear. And no, Marlo, it is not Gucci, Louis, Fendi, or Prada, any of that stuff that you like to wear. She said a name brand, I just don't remember which one it was. So yeah, she got outfits for all the ladies. So they're gonna go out and then they're gonna come back and then they're gonna get dressed for the party. And Bolo is there. God, I'm so ready for next week to get here so we can stop talking about this. Bravo has really got to get a tight lip when it comes to whatever their big storylines there are for a season. They got to stop leaking it to the blogs, i.e. Strippergate, i.e. Snakegate wasn't leaked to the blogs. Nope, parts of Snakegate were the fight, the almost fight, the fight in Potomac. You know what I'm noticing is just the black shows. It's just the Black Housewives because we don't know we don't know anything that's going on in New York. We don't know anything that's going on in Beverly Hills. We don't know anything about what's another Housewives that's New Jersey. We don't know anything about those storylines. So it's just hell. We don't even know nothing about what's happening with Married to Medicine. It's just Atlanta and Potomac. I realized that. I feel like, when it comes to Atlanta and Potomac, I think that some of the cast members go and leak stuff to the blogs. So Candy when everybody else leaves the room, Candy wants to talk to Kenya. And, she's telling Kenya about, this trip. Like, you have been really rude this entire trip. First it was the jet. You flew out here on the jet with LaToya. Now, I wasn't really worried about the jet. That's not a big deal to me. But what really got to me was when you ordered the food. We all know how Candy is about her food. I will agree with, now this one, I can't even take Kenya's, I really can't take Kenya's side on this one. Because I have to agree with Candy. Kenya has been so far, she's been a terrible host. And let's just take out what happened the night before. Let's just think about with the lunch. Like, you ate that food in front of those ladies. Now, I mean, if you do that to me and we on the trip, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we doing. Touche. I'm gonna go get my own food. Now, I'm not saying that Kenya should have bought the ladies any food. What I'm saying is, if you know that you're going to order something out, go to the group and be like, hey y'all, so I'm about to order from Sonic, Raising Cane's, In-N-Out Burger. How do people eat In-N-Out Burger? That is the nastiest food I ate there once because people just hyped up In-N-Out Burger so much. And then when I moved up here to Dallas, and I was like, oh, there's In-N-Out Burger right there by my old job. And I was like, I'm going to try it. The worst thing I ever paid for. I was so pissed. I was like, this is nasty. The burger didn't have a taste to it. The fries were good, but that burger was tasteless as hell. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, if you know that you're gonna order out from somewhere, Cheddar's, anything like that, say, hey ladies, I'm gonna order from XYZ. Does anybody want to place an order? You know, if you guys want to Cash App me, Zelle me, whatever you want to do, I'll pay for it. You know, I'll pay for it, but you all just pay me whatever the portion of your meal is. That's the respectful thing to do. And then, you know, Candace talking about, and then the thing is, we didn't know what the itinerary was for the day. That is true. I know Kenya was roasting that pig, but the ladies knew nothing about what you guys were doing for that day. Actually, y'all just sat around looking at each other. But I think that this was like in the early stages of the pandemic where you really couldn't go anywhere. Because I remember my cousin, she had her 30th birthday, March, what's her birthday? Because her birthday's coming up next month. When is St. Patrick's Day? Because that's her birthday. That's how I'm always able to remember. Her birthday is St. Patrick's Day, so we had her part. We had a little. She had a little gathering on the weekend, and I went home. It was like I said, beginning of the pandemic, and we were in a little cabin, and there was not much that we could do, but we managed to have fun, and we went to Chick-fil-A. That was the longest line because I mean at that time you couldn't go at that time with the beginning stages of the pandemic. The restaurants insides were closed. You had to sit in the drive-thru, and that drive-thru. Again, getting off topic. That must mean that this episode was filler for me because nothing really happened. But yeah. So, Kenya mentions, also Candy mentioned her going to her room the night before. I just played devil's advocate with that, so we're not going to discuss that again. So when it comes down to Kenya, I do empathize with her. Her not having people around her to help her. I do empathize with that. And I empathize with her, and I know that has to be hard to have your daughter and then but see, here's where I'm going to go off the rails just a little bit. And Candy said it best. When it comes down to this situation, I get that Mark is being difficult with Kenya, but Kenya got to stop letting Mark dictate what she can do all the way from New York. He's in New York. You're now you're in South Carolina, but you're in Atlanta. Like, he can't tell you what to do for a child that he is not there for 24/7. You're the person that's there for her every single day, from the time she wakes up to the time she goes to sleep at night. You're there. He's not. Now, he might be there via FaceTime or whatever. I'm not taking away from Mark. But what I'm saying is he is not the one that's physically present in Brooklyn's life. That is you. So you got to be able to put your foot. And you see, that's the funny thing when it comes to Kenya. Kenya is not standing up to Mark. But when it comes to the girls, she has no problem standing up to them. I want Kenya to be the Kenya that she is when it comes to Portia, to Marlo, and anybody else. I want her to be that Kenya when it comes to Mark. Don't let that man continue to steamroll you. Like, do not let him continue to steamroll you. Like I said, he's not there present every day. You are. You know what's best for that baby, not him. But we do see Kenya. She apologizes to the ladies for, what happened. I'm going to pause there and move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So the events of the day consist of LaToya. She's hosting. I'm like, wow. A friend of the show is hosting something. They were working out. She told them to take a shot before they work. I'm like, huh? But whatever. It is what it is. Don't really care. So Drew was talking to Portia, and Drew said something that did make sense to me. It did, and I didn't. I know I might sound like I said didn't. She said something that made a lot of sense to me, and it is funny. So you guys, like I said the night before, all the ladies were mad about Kenya going to bed with Brooklyn and not telling them anything, but here they are today, buddy friendly with her, and I'm just like, oh, so y'all just gonna act like nothing happened. And Drew peeped that as well. Um, let's see. Yeah, it just wasn't. I mean, this episode wasn't that much. So I'm really trying to stretch some things out, but I don't really know how much I can stretch out. Now, we did see one scene where Portia was talking about the fact that they were going to announce the charges in the Breonna Taylor case. And I was like, oh, God, we got to sit here and relive this again. And lo and behold, we did. We had to sit there and hear them announce the charges of wanton endangerment. Wanton endangerment. That still pisses me off to this day. That's like somebody coming into my room where I am right now, shooting at me, but the bullet goes right through this wall and misses my neighbor. But then another bullet hits me, and I'm like, oh, we're sorry. We're sorry that he's dead, but we're more concerned about her next door. So that still just bothers me to this day. You kill the person that's in the apartment that you were shooting in, but you're worried about the stray bullet. And I'm not sitting here saying that the person who, her neighbors' lives didn't matter at all. I'm not saying that, but you put more emphasis on a stray bullet than the bullet that actually ended up in a woman's body and killing her. Daniel Cameron, or whatever his name is, he has got to go. There's a lot of these people that's got to go. A lot of them. And it just makes me think, especially about what happened yesterday with, the whole impeachment trial. Crap that fell. Because, who he was able to get off for inciting that insurrection. And if, like I've said before, if it was President Obama, it would have been off with his head. If it was President Obama that in his second term he didn't get it, and everybody that was supportive of him went to the Capitol, stormed that Capitol, they would have been like, oh, he's got to go. Turkey neck Mitch McConnell would have been all over that. Just irritates me, you guys. Sorry, you guys had to pick that up. But yeah, it just irks my soul and spirit. Really does. So then let's wrap the episode up. So the ladies go out to dinner, and Drew, I'm gonna give you the messy award, sister, because you were messy in this one, wanting to play a game of real and fake or whatever it was. And she addresses Kenya, and once again Kenya explains her side. Like I said before, we've already played the devil's advocate with it. I can see both Kenya's side and I can see the lady's side. Do I think it should have went that deep? Not necessarily. Now, I didn't understand why Kenya was so upset at Tanya for ordering appetizers, and then she was upset at, well, I get the whole thing of Candy and Portia being on their phones, and you're not giving me your undivided attention, so I didn't understand that one. Yeah, you guys, I'm ready for them to wrap this Strippergate. I'm ready for Strippergate to wrap up. Oh, so once they finished eating, they did, Candy told them, so when we get back to the house, I need you to go to your rooms and get dressed. Take 15 minutes. That's all I need you to do is 15 minutes. And then we see Bolo out in the little box, and Strippergate is next week. Let's get it cracking, because I'm tired of it already. But you guys, that was the episode. Be sure to like this video. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else. And share this video. And until the next one, you guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. And socially distance. And if you guys are anything like what Texas is right now, you guys really be safe out there, because I know the wind chills here are going down. We have snow outside. It was a blizzard not too long ago. So yeah, you guys, also go and subscribe to the Planner channel. The link and name of the channel is in the description bar below, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.